organism has a life cycle. Every organism has a life cycle. Every organism is born, grows, matures, declines, dies. Some organisms last a long time. The giant sequoias, the redwoods in California, are hundreds and thousands of years old. Some organisms, like a fruit fly, live for a couple of hours. But there's the life cycle. Organizations have the same type of life cycle. Organizations are founded, they're born, they grow, they mature, they decline, and they die. Some organizations, like Sumitomo Corporation in Japan, Lloyd's of London, are 300 years old. The Christian Church is 2,000 some years old. So organizations can last a long time. Some organizations only last a few weeks. But the life cycle applies to all. There are several stages in the life cycle. The first stage is called courtship. And by the way, this material, you can find more out about this material at this website, corporatelifecycles.com. In the courtship phase of the life cycle, the organization, meaning the company, is really not yet born. It's really the idea. Typically, an entrepreneur has an idea, and he or she tends to court other people. Wes, I've got this great idea. I want to tell you about my idea. Get your feedback on it. Mark, I want to tell you about my idea because this is something you might want to invest in, and so forth. So it's kind of a courtship. There's a lot of excitement. There's a focus on the future. The entrepreneur is often very optimistic, sometimes overly optimistic. Sometimes the entrepreneur will make promises that he or she can't keep, and may be thinking unrealistically. I've got the next great thing, and this is going to make me a bazillionaire. That often happens. Sometimes the organization can die at that point because of unrealistic expectations. The idea not being as great as the entrepreneur thinks. And that courtship turns into an affair. Which means failure. I've had the good fortune of being a judge at many of the 5 Across competitions down at Austin, Inc., and it's a really cool experience. One of my favorite questions after the entrepreneur makes a presentation is, if you win the $500 prize today, what's the first thing you're going to spend it on? Most of them have absolutely no idea because they haven't thought past the idea. They haven't thought past, do I need to apply for a patent? Do I need to protect the technology? Do I need to get the software written? Do I need to hire an attorney? Those kinds of things. So those courtships very often fail. When they don't fail, they move into the next stage, which is infancy, which means the organization is born. Typically, incorporating a company, lining up partners, getting some money. And this is where the entrepreneur begins to take on some risk. The company is very busy, so it might be the entrepreneur working 18 hours a day on the technology, on the invention, lining up investors, getting advice, trying to get free legal service, that kind of thing. It's a very busy time. And by the way, in the courtship phase, which of those roles is primary? Not all at once now. Entrepreneur, right. So, courtship phase is all about the entrepreneur. The business is formed, and once the business is formed, what does the business need to be sustained and grow? Sorry? Produce, yeah. Ultimately, produce what? Money. More specifically, cash. Right? Now, lots of sources of cash. Friends, relatives, investors, banks, or the entrepreneur's own savings. But there needs to be cash. And so in order to generate cash, we need another role in the equation. And what's that? Sorry?
Customer.
Well, the customer, yes. But among person who's going to get the customer? Producer, right. So now we add the producer to the equation. And the producer is successful, or producers are successful in gaining customers, in producing the product or the service and delivering it, getting money either through sales or enlisting investors and so forth. And when successful, goes up to the go-go stage. However, this is the stage where a lot of companies fail, in the infancy stage. And why do you think they fail there? We talked about it a moment ago. They've run out of what? Money. So this becomes infant mortality. Run out of money, or take a, or really one of the ways they run out of money is take an imprudent risk. The technology is not yet developed, the product's not yet proven. They've misjudged the market, whatever it might be. We get into infant mortality. But let's say we get through courtship and get through infant mortality. The next stage is called go-go. That's an expression from the 60s, I think. Anyway, go-go means everybody's really busy. Things are going well, products being produced, employees are being hired, customers are buying product, cash is coming in, everything is good. Except that things are moving so fast that we could fall behind on the technology, we could fall behind on protecting the technology. We definitely fall behind on hiring key people that we need in the organization to maintain that growth. The entrepreneur is now working 27 hours every day and is getting burned out, and he or she is tending to burn out everyone else around him. There's a certain dysfunction that entrepreneurs can suffer from when things aren't going well. Tell me if this sounds like anybody you know. The entrepreneur is focusing on why not, which is a good thing. Sometimes in the organization she comes and goes whenever she feels like it. Monday morning is the most dangerous time in the company because she's had all weekend to think up all of these new ideas and then come in and dump them on the other folks in the organization. Lots of staff meetings, but nobody knows when they're going to get called. The entrepreneur calls them anytime she wants. She typically doesn't have an agenda, and even if she did, she'd probably violate it. She does all the talking in the meetings. No one's sure she's really serious, so they don't really do anything because they're waiting for the next great idea. And subordinates are often yes people in the organization. That kind of behavior can cause failure at the go-go stage. I have a client who, two clients really, who are partners in a technology company, and I was with them just a couple of days ago, and they were telling me how they're just getting tired of doing all the work. And I said, well, you have X number of people in the organization, why aren't they doing the work? And the response from one of the partners was, well, I do it best, no one else can do it as well as I can do it, so I have to do it. And I said, well, okay, then get comfortable feeling lousy about having to do everything. He said, well, no, I don't want to. I want somebody else to do it. And he was in this circular argument. Sometimes it's very difficult for an entrepreneur who is a specialist in a particular area to entrust somebody else to do the work or to train somebody else to do the work. And that can cause death of the organization, and that's called the founder's trap. Founder just can't let go and create an organization rather than focusing on the technology. But let's say we get through the founder's trap. By the way, we've got, up until this point, we've got the entrepreneur involved, we've got the producer involved. When we're in the go-go stage and we've got orders coming in and product going out and money coming in and money going out, a lot of stuff going on, what function do we